Okay, Gary, earlier on in the show then you showed us the space shuttle stuff, which was technically very good, but personally speaking, I'm not into the space shuttle. Maybe that's just selfish, but it is my show. Have you got anything a bit more up my street this time, Gary?
How about the Shaman?
I like the Shaman.
Good. This is Nemerton, their website. Everything you want to know, see, hear and do about them. Here's some video clips from Shaman Pop Videos. Pretty exciting stuff, and you can choose any one of these. They've already got, there we go.
Now, why is this better than, say, just buying a Shaman video?
Because you've got to pay for it, and here it's free.
Apart from your phone lens.
All right, disadvantage here, it's small, slightly blocky, you don't get the whole track.
Right. You get stuff on this you wouldn't be able to get anywhere else?
Sometimes. Shaman would be doing some of their concerts almost live as they happen on the internet.
Right. And also details if they're playing secret gigs, things like that, would you be able to get on this?
Absolutely.
OK, well, you're slightly rescuing yourself there, Gary. That was a good one. Now, Neil, you gave us some Judge Dredd clips, which was fine, but it is quite an old film. Anything more up-to-date, Neil?
Well, one of the attractions of the internet is free software, free games. So I thought I'd have a look at what LucasArts are doing on their site. They're offering free software and demos and screenshots, but some of the demos are quite good, and you can download them. And it's giving you a few previews to what's happening with Rebel Assault 2.
Oh, yes.
So that should be quite interesting.
Again, I would say, what's different in this than, say, the discs you would get on the front of a PC magazine that would have those things?
Nothing at all, apart from you can do it from home.
Right, and you can pick and choose.
You can pick and choose.
Yourself. OK,
more variety.
Not quite as convinced by your one, Neil, but we're going to stop them now. They have been downloading other stuff throughout the show. We're going to stop Neil and Gary now while we compile all their clips together. We're going to go and have a look at today's reviews. First up, the sequel to the only platform game ever that was funny, Earthworm Jim 2 on the Mega Drive.
Okay, Earthworm Jim is back again. This time round, though, there are passwords to collect on the levels. You don't get them until you've completed a level, but at least you don't have to go all the way back to the start of the game.
The levels are bigger. There's more to do on them, there's more puzzles to solve, and there's more sub-games to complete.
Earthworm Jim 2 is full of variety, it's full of originality, and it's full of interest. With every level, you open a new can of worms. Try this and you'll be hooked.
Ender. Ender.
Sorry, I was miles away there. This is Rayman on the Saturn, and it's quite good.
Very, very original and very tricky. Rayman is definitely a next-generation game. It's probably the hardest platform game available on the Saturn at the moment. The nice thing is there's a good learning curve as you go through the levels. They get tougher, but you're given special tricks and powers that enable you to beat up the baddies and get even further.
It is a very good game. It lasts for absolutely ages, and it looks like playing a cartoon. Tops.
Finally, the only chance of a British bloke or lady ever winning Wimbledon, Power Serve on the PlayStation.
Power Serve looks like being the UK's first next-generation tennis game, and there have been a lot of very good tennis games recently on the 16-bit market, so Power Serve's got a lot to live up to.
It has got some interesting features. For instance, it's got a two-player split-screen mode, and you can change the camera angles for each of the players playing. Also, the characters are very well detailed, and they're very nicely rendered.
Games have to stand up on their playability, and just because something is next generation doesn't mean you have to make it 3D and forget all about the gameplay. I think this is a very brave attempt, but it'll be surpassed very, very soon. At least I hope it will.
Love. We're here in Seattle for the World Doom Championships. It's very, very cold and there's a very naff stage thing going on behind me. Thankfully, we're not that concerned with that. What we are going to do is follow the progress of a couple of British guys who are taking part. 50,000 entrants have been whittled down to 24 finalists who've gathered here at the Windows 95 launch to decide who will quite literally win the competition. Standing between the Brits and victory, several unattractive Americans with funny names.
Point Man from the Dallas server.
D-Man, San Diego.
Rage, Oakland.
David McCandless, UK.
So I'm just going to ask all the...
I sat down with the guys before the competition to find out their life story, hopes, aspirations and stuff.
Well, I entered the UK
tournament with the, you know, no big goals, just went to have a laugh, and that's my attitude here as well. So if it goes as well as it went then, I'll be the winner.
I want to get through the first round. I want to get knocked out in the second round, and then I can have a drink.
While the first matches got underway, I tried in vain to understand one thing David's opponent was talking about.
If he's the best down there, British is probably good, but I don't know. He won't beat the best American now.
Cocky git. Well, now it was time to see as Andre began his first round match against the sadly named Doom Dude. The guys play 3 5-minute death matches in a kill the other bloke more times than he kills you type situation. After a slow start, Andre took first blood. The action was tense, and both players copied my chatting up ladies techniques, hiding their emotions as they played.
Hands off. 17. So 10 on this guy.
Andre.
Yeah.
Okay, mate, how did you do?
Well, I won.
Yeah, what was the score?
10-2, 10-6, and 2-1 in 3 games.
So you kicked American butt, really, didn't you?
Yeah.
Downstairs, David wasn't looking quite as blasé as he had been, especially when his match was stopped midway through due to a technical problem.
We're going to stop at the beginning of this, because there's no sound. I think we should do Doom 2 again as well. There's no sound on that either. Yeah.
No, we had sound on that one.
Oh, I didn't hear a
Easy, Tiger. Unfortunately, the Yank made the most of David's loss of composure, and before you could say Americans are cheats, it was all over. So, Michael, what happened?
Well, I was 7-1 up in a game, getting back on a score that I lost, and they declared the game null and void because he didn't have sound. What they failed to recognise is that I wasn't with sound either. So basically, we replayed the game. I didn't do as well the second time, and basically, as you can see, I lost my heat.
So the little American kid cheated, basically. Micah said reckons you cheated.
It's not cheating. I mean, we started again. He had a fair chance of beating me again like that. You know, I didn't have everything was screwed up that time.
Including your pathetic attempts to grow a moustache. All Britain's hopes of sticking one up the Americans now rested with Andre, but in round 2 things were looking decidedly iffy.
Hands up. Round 15.
Talk us through, Andre, what happened there?
Well, you know, it's not my usual settings, and it's a foreign country and all that. It's a good player. Yeah, wish him luck.
Well, well done anyway, Andre. All the best. All right, cheers. Okay, so from now on, the game will just be played by Americans in the Great British tradition. We have lost quite early on, so basically we can skip now, forward wind to the end, and the winner was an American bloke. And if it's any consolation, the bloke who beat Andre went on to win the whole tournament, and I bet he's never had a girlfriend in his life. Right, our Surfing the Net experiment has finished. We've got all the sites that Gary and Neil have managed to download. We've compiled them all onto the hard drive. Now, Neil, we've already had the Judge Dredd clips and... What else have we got from you?
LucasArts.
And the LucasArts, right, okay, we've got 3 more things from you then. What have you got?
Okay, well, I heard you're a big Kylie fan, so I went out,
like Kylie.
Went out to see if I can find some nice pictures.
As long as she doesn't start singing or anything.
That's right. I just think, I think this photo shows what some of the people on the internet are like.
Top Kylie picture action there.
Yeah.
Now, can you print this stuff out so you can print out in colour, put it on your wall or your ceiling or anything?
If that's what you wanted to do, of course you could.
Okay.
I'll tell you how to do it later.
Nothing wrong with it, very healthy. Okay, what's your next one?
Okay, well, one of my pet hates is football. I can't stand it, but there are a lot of people out there that actually like it.
Like myself?
The internet's a great way of finding out what's going on. This is quite a new site that's gone up to show the Premier fixtures and results. It also allows you to give some feedback. So you can give feedback to the people that run the site to tell them what you think is going on within football.
So it's the equivalent of having an argument in the pub?
It's exactly the same as having an argument in the pub. Only people don't know who you are, they don't need to know who you are.
Yeah, and you don't get your head kicked in if they disagree.
It's harder for them to kick your head.
Yeah. Okay, and finally then?
I thought I'd take advantage of the ISDN here again.
Yep.
And download a Bjork video. Here it is.
Quite small though, isn't it, on the screen?
You can blow it up, but it goes slower.
Okay. So in fact, that's not actually that impressive, I'd have to say. It's like watching a postage stamp moving.
It is.
Okay, well, that's all your clips, Dale. Thank you very much. We'll go on to Gary's now. Now, Gary, we have already seen from you the NASA Space Shuttle stuff, which was fascinating, if you like that kind of thing, and some stuff on the Shaman. Now, we've got 3 more clips from you.
Okay, right. The first one is the X-Files official homepage.
Oh, dear. I hate the X-Files. Everyone's really into it. I think it's all a bit kind of, it's slightly geeky, Gary, I think, and I don't think Scully's nearly as attractive as
I don't
everyone
think so.
says she is.
You've got to be intelligent to appreciate the X-Files, Dom.
Okay, was that a dig there, Gary?
Yes, it was,
Okay,
Dom.
fair enough, I'll let you have one.
Thank you. Right, all the information you need to know about this and all the episodes that haven't yet been shown in the UK.
Right. Keep us posted. Okay, what else have you got?
Okay, MCA Universal, they have quite a big website. It's called Cyberwalk. Everything you want to know about Universal, their products, films, videos. And here are the films that they've currently got out at the moment.
So this is very similar to Neil's Buena Vista page that you had the Judge Dredd trailer on?
Yeah, kind of. Just like click on a picture here and you'll see a movie of
So if
it.
you can't be bothered buying like a movie magazine, then this is great.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's pretty.
Yeah, this is more up to date as well.
Oh, it's more up to date.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And finally, you have.
Okay, we have Sony's PlayStation homepage. Okay, and it lists all the different fighting games currently available and forthcoming.
Can you actually play them though? Can you download demos and play them on your PC?
Almost. Here's Toshinden.
Right, and let's see a little clip of that in action. It is running very, very smoothly, but like I say, you are just kind of watching it. It's like watching two cartoon characters have a fight, which is, I mean, it's great for a while, Gary. It's fine. Well, after seeing the 5 clips from each of our gentlemen, I would have to say I did like Gary's Shaman clip, but that was about all, I'm afraid. As far as Neil goes, I thought the football thing was quite a good idea if you want to have a chat with people. I liked the Bjork stuff. And generally, I thought Neil's was a much more kind of hip and trendy selection. So, the special, is the net full of cack? Gamesmaster Golden Joystick goes to Neil. Question, is the internet full of cack? I would have to say I've seen very little today that I feel you couldn't get from a magazine though, but what do I know? I'm just a fantastically well-paid television celebrity. Right, that's just about it then for today's show. Just remember, life is like a Formula 1 Grand Prix motor race. It's fast, it's furious, it's exciting, but if you don't take frequent pit stops, Murray Walker will taunt you at the end. Bye-bye.